DH.Artosis versus VanillaTitan. He wants to be the next Ekop and considered to play 3 priests. I had to tell him that's not possible, bro. But we were thinking about making an exception for him. The picture of VanillaTitan only has 4 whole pixels, and that Art06 one is way more high quality. We need to get better player pictures for you guys so you can actually see those players. And, well, it's not nice for you just laughing here the whole time.
Well, it is.
Well,
I think it was ridiculously funny.
get yourself together, sir. We got the next
I'll
match
try.
upcoming, and it's going to be amazing. Since it's Artosis versus VanillaTitan, and if DogeHouse manages to win here, they're 2-0 at the moment against eSuba. They will win the whole series.
Tosis goes in with a Miracle Rogue versus a Handlock. So that's a horrible matchup for him.
That's a horrible matchup for him. If we have a good draw on VanillaTitan, but as we already see, there are 2 Twilight Drakes plus an Ancient Watcher plus the Iron Beak Owl. So he can not only get an Ancient Watcher out, coin him out, he can also Iron Beak him next turn. And as we see in Artosis' hand, there's a backstab, there's a sap. Okay, there's a sap. That's good. You can just sap the Ancient Watcher, but you can sap an Ancient Watcher.
You don't want to do it though.
But you cannot sap those Twilight Drakes afterwards. And we see there's not only 2 Twilight Drakes, there's also that Defender of Argus roaming around.
This looks grim for Tosis already.
And the match
Of
hasn't
cour-
even started, no? And it's already...
No?
no? So, the match hasn't even started and it's already looking super sad.
Wow. He's gonna sap it. Okay, well.
Well, not surprised.
You're not surprised?
You don't want to take those 4 damage constantly. It would be 4 damage next turn, plus maybe 5 if there's a Defender of Argus incoming. And you cannot afford taking even a Mountain Giant. This is just crazy for VanillaTitan, getting some really good draws here.
Yeah, but he already took quite a bit of damage and the sap is gone, like the first sap. If he gets big taunts out now, like the Twilight Drakes or Giants, Tosis is in trouble.
The good thing is there's a backstab plus eviscerate, so 6 damage possible, plus Fan of Knife 7 damage. He could also just cold blood his minion. So there are some options to get a Twilight Drake killed. It's just a 4/8 minion. If he thinks about Fan of Knife, eviscerate attack, it could be dead. If he thinks about backstab, eviscerate attack, it could be also dead. It would just be sad because you're using so many cards to get rid of 1/4/8, especially, as we know, next turn Mountain Giant or the second Twilight Drake.
I think he's just gonna throw down another Twilight Drake, to be honest.
Well, it could be both. So the Mountain Giant is possible, the Twilight Drake is possible. He has 7 hand cards next
Could
turn.
Cold Blood as well. Keep the Eviscerate. Because Eviscerate is damage you can get onto the Warlock. Decides against it.
Well, the cool thing about the Cold Blood is he could Cold Blood and Conceal if he really wants to. Just get rid of the enemy minion quite hard. He trades here, but he's going to be super sad mode if he sees the Molten Giant next turn. So that's an 8/8. What are you going to do now, Kai?
Well, he's gonna die.
He's going to take 8 damage at least. If not, there is a second sap incoming. But even with that sap, that Mountain Giant is coming next turn again. And there's already a Leroy for VanillaTitan. So this draw for VanillaTitan is just... He even gets 2 Ancient Watchers plus a Sunfury Protector. And a 4... That should be a 4/9 or 4/10. 4/9. So that's 12 damage. That's... Isn't it 12, 18 plus Hellfire? Isn't that 21 damage next turn?
No, because he only has 7 mana.
Well... I was already always Hellfire does 3 damage, so it's 3 mana in my brain always, and that never turns out. So I shouldn't listen to my brain since it's not working as it should. There's a sap now, but he cannot use it. But he really would like to. He needs to kill VanillaTitan next turn. Again, Shadow Flame. So this is what makes a hand look.
You should just watch a Shadow Flame. Why?
Watch a Shadow. He only has 7 mana. I wanted to say he only has 8 mana.
What's wrong?
Yeah,
What's wrong with you?
I should drink some coffee. That should work. So he got 8 floor damage. He got 12 damage. If he places, Ancient Watcher, he can Shadow Flame it, or he just Shadow Flames that one. Doesn't matter at all. There's next turn. He already has Leroy Hellfire in his hand. So that's just GG. Whatever happens now, sap, everything dies. So there's a sap plus backstab and SI7 agent that clears the board. But still, he's just going to die. So Artosis, well, Artosis is looking at the moment unlucky. He goes up to 10. So that saves him by 1 HP. Well, we could also see Leroy plus Defensive Argus do 7 damage, but that would be not what I think is coming. So that's 1 damage to less.
Well, if he does it, he can't play the Mountain Giant.
He could play the Mountain Giant first and just take 3 damage.
Yeah, I would go for that play.
Well, he can Leroy still, and then just Hellfire. Attack, Hellfire, kill everyone, bring him down to 1 HP, and then win with whatever. That's possible, but it's
also risky.
It's also risky. Maybe we're just going to see Hellfire double Ancient Watcher, but he would be down to 21, and there's 9 mana. Well, 4 cards in Artosis' hand, so 4 cards could already be Leroy, Shadow Step, Leroy, plus Cold Blood. That's just 18
just drop
damage.
The Giant and Defender of Argus.
Yeah, if there is, well...
The problem is now he could just die.
Well, with 4 hand cards, we counted it. That's not possible.
No. Oh.
There's a Leroy, but it's
Actually, it is possible with 4 hand cards.
Leroy, Cold Blood.
Could be Leroy, Shadow Step, Cold Blood, or... Yeah, that's exactly what you need to kill him. So, 4 hand cards is possible lethal.
If you have it in your hand and the mana... So he used the shift to get it and is down to 7. And he has to use... That hurt so much. So he had to use his Leroy to kill. Well, he could have Shadow Stepped him once, but you give him so many 1/1 minions, that would hurt a lot. And Artosis is down to 6, and he's just going to die to enemy Leroy. That was a quick game again, and as we see, Handlock is just super strong. It works perfect.
Very fast, and you have the Hunter's Marks. What the fuck?
Well, let's start the game and see what Artosis has prepared here. And it is a Hunter. We don't know if it's the full face, but with a misdirection and explosive trap, I would say so. And there's a Twilight Drake already for VanillaTitan, plus a Molten Giant. And if you want to keep one thing against a Hunter, then it's just your Molten Giant, because you're going to take so much damage early on that you will be able to play turn 5, turn 6 probably.
We see Arcane Golem already. Of course, that's more or less a dead card.
Well, he has a Animal Companion too, so he has some turn 3 plays now, even more, if he's not going for the Abusive Sergeant. But Timberwolf is the thing he's going to pick here. I would have maybe gone for the 3-1. Timberwolf is okay, but only if you get your combos with Unleash.
Not only Unleash, he also wants to have a beast. Ah, there comes the Unleash.
There comes the Unleash, so perfect. Timberwolf never said anything. Is he getting Huffer? No, it's Amisha, and well, Amisha is okay in this matchup, but it just gets Soul Fired, and that's always annoying. If VanillaTitan had a Soul Fire,
only has a Hellfire.
Well, he can play his 3-3 now, but that 3-3 is not coming past Misha, and is not even killing a Misha.
Timberwolf Steady Shot? Nope. Keeps the Timberwolf for the Unleash.
It could have been possible, just 1 damage more, but as you said, there's a Hellfire roaming around, and you just need to look out for that. He's thinking about just playing his Defensive Argus to get it 4-4, but this is just way better, because Artosis, he's not going to kill this 3-3 with his 4-4. That's just not going to happen. He's maybe going to bow him away. That could be possible. But if you play your bow now, you cannot use your passive. And if you use it on a minion, you cannot do those 7 damage in the face.
And he has 2 explosive traps.
And next turn, we will see from VanillaTitan just dropping his Argus and killing the Misha easy mode. If Artosis doesn't decide to kill the 3-3, but still then, there could be a 5-8 Twilight Drake, which would die to a Hunter's Mark, but still, it's just super annoying. I don't think we're going to see Unleash, Timberwolf, Hunter's Mark.
I think he should Explosive Trap, Steady Shot, and then kill the 3-3.
But there could be still that one Mortal Coil, so if you do what you said, and there's a model coil incoming. Super annoying. It's a pretty...
If not,
Yeah, if not, you
Twilight Drake just easy trades, regardless of Defender of Argus or not.
that's correct. You don't want to waste any point of damage you have. He does what you say, but I guess he will just drop the explosive trap, plus maybe a Hunter's Mark. Could be also possible.
Keeps it, okay.
But not dropping any of those is, well, possible.
Interesting.
Still surprising. And there's that one Soulfire we were talking about. There's now a 4-4 and a 5-8 on the board. He loses his Leroy, so that's good for Vanilla. That's good for Artosis that VanillaTitan lost it. But his board is just crazy. Well, we have a Starving Buzzard plus
Unleash plus Hunter's Mark, so the Twilight Drake will die. He will draw a couple of cards, 3.
a couple of cards, 3. That's couple plus 1. So this is going to work well. If he gets another Hunter's Mark, that would be perfect for him. Well, Iron Beak Owl is super good, but he will use his Hunter's Mark now and not his Iron Beak Owl.
He could use the Hunter's Mark on the 4-4.
But you kind of want to get rid of the 5-1. There's just too much damage on the board you need to look out for. Are you going
No, I disagree. He would have taken 1 more damage, but next turn he could have just put down an explosive trap and killed the Twilight. That's 1 damage. Yeah, and that way, well, he can do the same, but he needed to... I don't know.
It will work the way you said. The one annoying thing is you're most likely not running Stone Tusk Boars. So with the Iron Beak Owl, you could have bored away a 4-1, for example.
You don't need to if you have explosive trap. And he has
Well,
6 mana. He can explosive trap, put down the owl, and go for steady shot.
If he decides to attack, he could still just taunt up even more minions and
But
wait.
then there's more and more steady shots, and you already said there are kill commands in the deck. It's too risky. He needs to take the race, basically.
Well, he's taking it pretty good at the moment. Artosis is down to 17. There might be that one explosive trap, but he doesn't need to attack. So in this situation, if you attack, you're just hurting yourself way too much. You just have the option to wait. There's even a Mountain Giant. So if he wants to just drop your Mountain Giant, the worst thing that happens would be another Unleash plus Timberwolf plus stuff. The good thing is that Timberwolf, that Unleash costs 3, so there's not so much follow-up potential. He decides to attack here. Well, the only reason I can imagine is he wants to drop his Molten Giant plus Iron Beak Owl, so that would be 4 damage from his Ancient Watcher.
Nah. I think he's gonna go for Sun Fury. No, he really goes for Molten Giant.
Well, he's on 14. 7 mana for Artosis. With double Arcane Golem plus Abusive Sergeant would only be 13 damage. That's just 1 damage too few. If we have if a Huffer is coming, well, even with a Huffer,
wouldn't change a thing.
No, that's just the same. So he can
super close.
He can only deal 13 damage. That's just so annoying.
Is he gonna run 2 Arcane Golems into the Golem? Into the Molten Giant?
If he wants to survive 100%, that's a possible play. Oh, this is so annoying. So he has 13 damage.
He can... He should play the Arcane Golem with the...
Abusive Sergeant,
put down Explosive Trap and go for 3 damage to the face.
But if your enemy is playing a Defend for Argus, then you're kind of screwed forever. You're just gonna regret the play for the rest of your life. So
I don't think so.
You could play what you say, and that's a really good play. But like if a Defend of Argus or an Earthen Ring Farseer is incoming here, that would be so well. The play would still be good, but it would hurt yourself so much. And I'm surprised he didn't. Well,
what?
Well, if he did the play you were talking about, he didn't even need to Abusive Sergeant it. So that's surprising for me. He could have just kept his Abusive for next turn to deal even more damage. But now
I'm surprised.
That's 6 damage. That's 10. That's 13
damage. GG.
Enough for VanillaTitan. And well, that went quite quick again. Those games between DogeHouse and eSuba are just